Hey guys, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my quarterly reading goals update. This will be check-in number 2. I did the first one at the end of March, and now number 2 is at the end of June, which is crazy that we've reached the end of June already. 6 months till Christmas, guys. 6 months till Christmas. That's insane. So this is number 2. Number 3 will be at the end of September, and number 4 will obviously be at the end of December, at the end of 2017. So I figured it was time to do a check-in because June is over. That's insane. So anyway, at the beginning of 2017, I set 5 major reading goals for myself, and they're not in any particular order, so I was just gonna go through them and see how I've been doing. The first goal that I had 5 specific books that I wanted to get to this year. I wanted to make them a main priority. Just as long as I read them sometime this year, I'm good. So I have read 2 out of the 5 now. Previously, I had only read 1. Making progress, and those 5 books are Pride and Prejudice, which I have read now, just finished it last week. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I Work at a Public Library by Gina Sheridan. I actually read that at the very end of December, but I'm still counting it. So those are the 2 that I have read that I really wanted to get to. The remaining 3 are The Invasion of the Tierling by Erika Johansen, the entire Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis, and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which, side note, that is the only Harry Potter book that I haven't read. I, for some reason, skipped it when I was younger. I have no idea why, and then I kind of forgot that I skipped it. I just automatically assumed that I read it because I've seen the movie a million times, but I want to actually read it this year. So I'm waiting until the illustrated edition comes out in September, October? I think it's September. I'm going to read the first 2, which are right here, and then once that comes out, read that, check that off my list. And then Chronicles of Narnia, I would like to read them in the month of December for Christmas time. So those are my plans for that. And then The Invasion of the Tierling, I just got The Fate of the Tierling in the mail, which is the 3rd in that trilogy by Erika Johansen. I plan to marathon them. I'm not sure when, but gotta read the second one before the end of the year. So that's goal number 1, was for those specific books. Goal number 2 is to read 50 books this year, and I have read to date 35 out of 50 books. I am 10 books ahead of schedule according to Goodreads. Doing pretty good on that goal. Excuse me, so I feel pretty good about that. Goal number 3, not doing too well on this one, was to read half of my TBR shelf. So when I made this video, I will link it right here if you're interested in watching it. When I made this video, I basically showed you guys every single book that was on my TBR shelf at home, so all the books that I haven't read, and I made a goal for myself to read at least half of those books by the end of this year. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys, because I've gotten a lot of new books since then, and I've also totally restructured my library here because I've got all these shelves now, as opposed to what I had before in our condo. So I don't know how that one's gonna go, but to help me on this goal, I have decided to go on a book buying ban. I know. But I'm only refusing to buy books that I haven't read before. So I'm going on a ban for unread books. I would still like to buy some books that I've already read but would like to own. So I feel like that's still gonna make me feel better about buying books in the future. But I am not going to buy any more books that I haven't read for a while. I'm not gonna set a date because I don't wanna fail at my goal, but to help with that, I'm just gonna go on a book buying ban for unread books. But going back to that goal, I've read 6, and I was supposed to have read about 25 because I had a little over 50 books in that video to show you guys. So I've read 2 more since the last check-in. So we'll see how that goes. I just need to read the books that I already own. I have so many of them that I've collected, especially since starting BookTube, that it just needs to happen. So that was goal number 3. Goal number 4 was to read more graphic novels. Now, I have read 7 total, according to my notes here, and that's 6 more than the last check-in. Let me pull my notes up here. Sorry. Okay, so I've read 6 more since the last check-in. I'll cover this more in my June wrap up, but I've read the first 3 volumes of Faith. I've read the first 2 volumes of Paper Girls. I've read Roller Girl and Smile, and I can't remember what else. I'll insert pictures right here. But I feel like I've done well. I put a little smiley face next to this goal. But I've basically determined that I am just not a graphic novel person, and I am happy with saying that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't dislike them. They're just not for me. I don't connect with them very well. So I'm just gonna cross that graphic novel goal off of my list. It was just a general goal to read more. So I feel good about it. I'm just gonna check it off and not put any more pressure on myself to read more and make myself love them, because it's just not gonna happen. There were some that I really liked. Like I really liked Roller Girl and Smile, I thought was adorable, but I'm just not gonna put any more pressure. Oh, Nimona, I loved Nimona too, but I'm not gonna put any more pressure on myself to read more, because they're just okay for me. And the last goal was to join a readathon, and I joined a cozy reading night back in February, but I don't know if that like seriously counts as a readathon, because it's just like a few hours in one night. It probably counts, but I went ahead and checked that off my list in my first check-in video. But I've officially definitely checked it off now, because I participated in the Emoji-a-thon in June, so last month. So I've accomplished that goal. So I feel really good about my readathon goal, my graphic novel goal, and my Goodreads goal. So I feel like I'm doing really well, guys. I am definitely going to need to read more books that I already own. So that's why I'm going on the book buying ban for unread books. And then I still need to read Chronicles of Narnia, The Invasion of the Tearling, and Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah. So that is how I'm doing on my goals. Honestly, these videos are more for myself, to motivate myself to check these goals off my list by the end of the year, but I still hope you enjoyed watching them. I hope it motivated you to check off some of your reading goals for this year. I would love to hear your goals down below, how you're doing with them at this halfway point during the year. And let me know down below a couple books that you absolutely want to get to before the end of the year, as I would love to know. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.